all of those who had witnessed Kinzo's corpse were once again gathered in the study. Alright, everybody, welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry. And since 2 parts ago, actually, and last part as well, I've gotten a lot of comments, a lot of feedback regarding the start of the episode. So, first things first, how do I go through this? So, yeah, okay, I guess I can talk about this first. I was told that I haven't watched the Umineko episode 5. Well, not episode 5, actually. Umineko Chiru opening. Chiru, I should say. Which is, it is the Answer Arcs opening. I was told that I only watched the episode 5 opening, and that is a different opening than the Chiru opening. But I've also been told by 3 different people that, you know what, you're better off not having watched it. And so, for a second, I was planning to watch it at the start of this part, you know what I mean, at the start of this part 3, because, we watched the question arcs opening when that happened, but that came up automatically. I didn't have to wait in the menu to see it. I'm sure if I go back now into the menu and wait, we'll get to listen to the Answer Arcs opening, or the Chiru openings. But I was told by multiple people, don't do it. There's a lot of spoilers apparently, and so I guess I won't. And it started with a comment that told me, "Yo, Amin, did you change up the files to where you don't watch the Chiru opening?" And I was like, "No, I did not change any files regarding the Chiru openings. I only changed this border so that there's no logo on there. I'm pretty sure I didn't mess with any actual game files regarding openings or music or soundtracks or anything like that. I'm pretty sure we're good there." And then someone else said, according to them, and this I love this commenter because they always say something very imaginative every part. I love reading their comments; it's hilarious. But this time they were like, yeah, now that commenter said that they apparently um they apparently removed the opening from from the startup of Chiru, because even the people behind this were like, alright, that's too many spoilers. I think according to that commenter, I mean, I choose to trust that commenter because of their imaginative mind. Uh, but yeah, apparently it's too many spoilers, so they straight up didn't didn't automatically show the opening to us, the readers. But I'm sure if I want to, it's optional. I can go watch it if I want to. But a lot of you guys told me no. You guys told me not to do it. I asked if I should do it. Y'all were like no. So okay, all right. I'll I'll take I'll take that as a no, and I won't watch it until we're. I mean, you guys can let me know when it's safe to watch it. I guess at the end of episode 5, episode 6, episode. Let me know when I can safely watch it, because there might even be a trophy or an Easter egg or something hidden behind watching that opening. I don't know, but okay. I guess I won't watch the opening. Um, Personally, when it comes to the visuals in an opening of something, because it's so out of context, I rarely get spoiled by the opening of something. Like the question arcs opening, right? When I first watched that, when I was reading through episode 1, I had no clue what was going on, so I didn't get spoiled at all. Now I've watched the question arcs opening again. I realize now, okay, wow, there are a lot of spoilers. If you know what's going on, you'll see a lot of characters that you've never seen before, and you'll see scenes that are clearly spoilery, right? I mean, something that I didn't even notice is that they should have showed the Battler's confrontation with Berto in episode 4. All the way back. I watched that all the way back in episode 1. But again, yes, it's a spoiler, but at the time I didn't realize it because it's out of context. I don't know why Battler is looking up at Berto. I don't know who what I'm looking at. So my brain forgot about it. So that's why I'm telling you guys. Are you sure that I can't watch the opening? I mean, feel like I'm down to watch the opening. Yes, there might be spoilers on screen, but it might be so out of context that my brain just takes in so much information that it just forgets everything that it sees. That's always how it's been for me. So, I mean, if it's truly that bad of an opening, then I'll fine. I won't watch it. But you know, it just kind of sucks because I'm sure I'd love the song too. But yeah, I mean, I trust you all. That's the thing. I trust you all. You guys have never you know, gone wrong with me. Speaking of going wrong on me, yeah, someone posted a hilarious meme of Kraus in the comment section of last part. I'm pretty sure. Might have been 2 parts ago actually. Might have been the part before the last part of Kraus and his space adventures, because he invested in some space program or whatever. You know what, Kraus? I don't think Kraus is like a. Here's the thing. I don't think Cross is a complete idiot. I think Cross just feels the pressure on him. You know what I mean? He's the eldest child, and there's so much pressure on him to succeed his father, and he's also a man, so he knows. Okay, like, of course, for him, right? For him, he acknowledges that he's a man, and so he has to make sure to be successful. And I guess in theory his plans aren't too ridiculous, but people in the business market are more uh, cunning than he expects, I guess. But yeah, he's not a total idiot. You know what I mean? I think he even expressed that he's aware that he's a fool. I believe it was in episode 2 or 3. I think when he had a little chat with Nazi, and he was like, "I have so many programs, I have so many things I want to do. I want to build this resort." I mean, he clearly has plans for the future. He has ideas. It's just that pressure is getting to him, and he's doing things that won't work, and he should know it won't work, but he needs to make it work to show the rest of his family that he can do it. And remember, Cross was getting a pretty good upper hand against his siblings. All three of them were bunching up against him. I mean, Rosa might not have done as much because she has this, she has to stay back. She can't act like she's smarter than them, than the older siblings. But Cross was handling them in episode 1. If you guys remember, in the family, arguments, Cross came prepared. So it's not like Cross is an idiot. He knows how to argue with people. He knows how to, step up and how to lie about Kenzo being dead and all that. It's just when you have that much pressure getting to you, it's nuanced. And that's what I love about it. It's nuanced. You can't. I feel like it's ingenuine to just I know I might have joked about it last part about haha Cross is an idiot, haha, whatever, but I mean I didn't mean that. I'm joking, of course, and I know sometimes maybe the things I say that are supposed to be a joke, might you might take it very seriously and think that's how I actually think about a character or something, but no, I understand it's more nuanced for Cross than to just say he's a straight up idiot. I think we have seen times where he's more intelligent than not. I mean, still though, I'm not gonna put him on the same level as a Kirie, for example, especially when it comes to the detective or chess solving or something like that. That's Kirie's front, but uh, his mind is certainly not bad. Um, so yeah, that was one thing. That was a great meme though with Cross. I even joked about how Cross would buy Twitter, right? I compare Cross to Elon Musk, right? I mean, I'm sure Cross would buy Twitter. I'm sure Cross would invest in crypto. That sounds like investing in crypto. Sounds like something Cross would actually do, though. That unironically, that is definitely something Cross would do. So, yeah, one more thing that I want to talk about is a commenter reminded me of something, quote unquote, where it's more like I just kind of didn't put it to mind. I knew it, but I just didn't put it to mind. And I figured out something because of it. And that is, uh, all the commenter said was that, remember Amin? The game master, well, not the game master, the player has changed, right? The player is no longer better. That's all the commenter told me. And I kind of knew that subconsciously, but I didn't actively think about it. And now that I've actively thought about it, about what that implies, I think I figured out one thing. And honestly, it's like I hope I'm wrong, but if it's true, man, I feel like it would have been so hyped to find out. Well, to be ignorant on this specific part and find out about it when it actually gets revealed, right? I'm sure that would be fun. And to be fair, I did kind of speculate on it a little bit when it happened, but I just didn't. I didn't fully make the connection about player being changed. So basically, the player is no longer Battler. The game master is Lambda, right? But the player is now Burn Castle, and I didn't directly make the connection, but now I can. You guys remember that blue hair girl that appeared last part, right? And said that Nazi's the culprit. Well, I think now she's just the player Castle in the in the game board. That's probably how I'll take it. So she's probably, you know, her name's you know what her name's probably gonna be? Her name's probably gonna be Burn. That's her first name, and last name's gonna be Castle. That's probably what's gonna happen. She's probably gonna be like, yo, I'm Burn. Just call me Burn, okay? Something like that. Something crazy like that. So that's what I imagine. I think she's the human piece of Castle in the actual island, which means she actually exists. Castle actually exists within episode 5 canonically. I want to say she's not a magical piece, right? I want to say she's not like Virgilia or Rolove. I want to say she actually exists. She's actually human that exists. But especially because all of the siblings acknowledged her at the time when she was accusing Nazi. All of them acknowledged her. Batter included, by the way. So, yeah. But I wonder what the implications of that is. If my, quote unquote theory, I guess it's a theory, but I have a high suspicion that that's what this is about. If it's true that that is Burnt Castle in human form, accusing not to be the culprit, then I wonder what that would mean for how we look at the game board now, right? Because in the question arcs, we always said that we trust things that Battler sees and things that Battler doesn't see. We can chalk it up to brown tubes, right? Battler didn't see them. We cannot prove that they happened. That's just Beato's magical explanation for how it happened, right? And now we now I wonder how that works. Do we still trust Battler's perspective on everything, or are we supposed to trust on Burns' perspective on everything, right? Everything that the blue-haired girl sees is the truth. If that makes sense, right? Does that make sense? Not everything that the blue-haired girl sees is the truth, obviously. I'm not saying that everything Battler sees is the truth either, necessarily. But it's just because we're seeing things from Battler's perspective in the question arcs, then okay, that's what we're seeing. So I wonder how that works for Burn. I wonder if now that players change, do we also change perspectives? And even if Battler witnesses something in episode 5, that doesn't mean it actually happened. It has to be something that Burn witnesses. So you know what I mean? There's some complications that arrive with that, if my thought is correct. And yes, Battler has come on and gotten involved now, but he's come late and the player has already changed to Burn, so yeah, I guess we'll find out eventually as we read through this episode what the blue hair girl is all about. But I would not be shocked if Burn introduces her as the human piece of her in the island, um, which I mean, I don't know about any human burn piece being connected to any family members in the island, so I wonder how she got to the island. Is she going to be acting as the 17th person? You know what I mean? Because up until now, I've seen that Shannon and Canon are the same person, which would mean there's 16 people. But if Burn comes along and she acts as the 17th human piece, it still adds up to Beato's red truth about there only being 17 people on the island, because that would still be true, right? I don't know. Again, like I said, we need to continue reading and see where we come along. Yeah. Otherwise, the only other feedback I've gotten is that I just need to, I need to make sure to be patient and not to rush into, expecting to get a lot of answers right away. And yes, I'm not expecting to get a lot of answers right away. Again, I feel like I've said this a lot, especially in the past episodes 1 and 2 and 3. I feel like I've said this multiple times about how I love the slow bits of stuff, right? I love the slow bits of Umineko and all that. I love the character building and character interaction bits. I mean, heck, man, like those are a lot of times those can be my favorite parts. Just seeing the characters interact, and especially if they're good written characters and they're fun to see just doing stuff, right? And they're all dynamic characters that all have their own reasons for doing things. It makes it a lot more fun, and I love those little slow moments. I really do. I rewatched Steins Gate with friends recently, for example, and I remember years and years ago when I first watched it, not enjoying the start, but now I love the start. To be fair, I do have extra context now, but it's also just knowing who the characters are and seeing them interact in the starting episodes, it was so much fun. Yes, it was slow. Yes, it took its time to get the ball rolling. But I just love the character interactions. I love when those slow bits. Now I've come to have an appreciation for that, for sure. And same thing with Umineko. I do appreciate the slower bits where we get to see the families talk with each other. You know, I mean, we don't. It doesn't have to be murder, murder, murder all the time. Besides, the murder won't really be fun if it's just murder all the time. You know what I mean? I mean, we gotta see, things building up to that murder, right? And heck, if you still don't believe me, uh, my favorite piece of media ever is One Piece, and that is widely known for being slow. So even in the manga, I mean the anime is special, but even in the manga, that's known for being slow. So uh, so, but again, to be fair, that's a good thing for Umineko because slower stories. I've said this a million times before, but slower stories tend to be my favorite. They typically do slower stories. You know what I mean? They're stories that a lot of people drop because at the start there's so much fluff. I guess there's so much that is slowly ingrained into the building of the world of the concept of what we're looking at, right? And so a lot of people will drop it off at the start, and it's understandable for Mineko too. I guess for me, it helped that I'd already watched Higurashi, so I knew what I was kind of getting into in on that front. I mean, I'm coming here blind though. I mean, I've never read the Mineko. I didn't know anything about Mineko when it first started, and still now I don't know anything about what's going to happen. Um, so obviously, I'm reading this completely blind, but I've watched the Higurashi animes before, so I kind of knew that that some sussy stuff might be involved. Okay, some murders might be involved in that, and but one thing I did also know is that considering how much I loved the characters in Higurashi, I knew I would love the characters in Minako, and I was not wrong. The characters in Minako are very very solid. So yeah, okay. I've blabbed. Let's get to reading. I've talked about every comment, every feedback I've gotten. I think so. We're ready to go. Last time we saw Nazi, trying to talk with. I mean, I guess it started with us watching the opening after what I will assume is Burn casting him in form, accusing Nazi being the culprit. We watched the opening and then we saw how Cross found it troubling that Kinzo's dead now, and Nazi understood that okay, Cross has made a lot of bad business decisions, but then she had a fake meeting with Beato and Kinzo in the study, and she kind of got pumped up again, and we know how much he can get pumped up by meeting fake Kinzo, even though he's already dead. So she got pumped up. She's like, "All right, we'll overcome this crisis," and yeah, now we're here. And as you can see by the text down below you, everyone who had witnessed Kinzo's corpse were gathered in the study again, except well, I mean not except, but Shannon and Kanon aren't here. And a certain commenter told me about how a certain, the funny commenter, I guess, told me about how Shannon went on a certain underwater date with a certain George, um, and that's why she's gone. But if Shannon is gone, then Canon is also gone, according to my theory. And honestly, it holds up. If that's true, why is Canon not here? If Shannon's gone, then why is Canon also gone? You know what I mean? Kind of crazy how, you know, the family. If my theory is true, kind of crazy how the family never found out for 3 years that they're the same person. But anyway, I guess Shannon did a good job hiding it, and to be fair, Genji was probably helping out to make sure that it was kept hidden from the Sudan family, because I'm sure Genji would be an accomplice at that point. However, it was told to us that Nazi is the culprit last time. I, which if it's true, I don't know if it's true or not yet, because we haven't seen how that goes along. But if it's true, I'm still not awfully off. You know what I mean? I did suspect Nazi, so not bad for me. If it isn't true, then that's then why are you lying, Burn? Why are you lying, Burn? Okay, alright. Let's get to reading now. Like I said, I've blabbled on enough. Let's go. Cross was still very unsettled and clutching at his head. Genji was as expressionless as ever. Of course he was. Nanji and Kumasawa wore bewildered expressions on their faces. But in stark contrast to all of them, Natsu's expression was resolute. Yeah, like, heck yeah. That's what talking to fake Kinzo does to you.
あなたにもう一度お尋ねします。金策は間違いないのですね。
1年いやせめて半年あれば必ず見れる計画なんだ。しかし今すぐにはどうしても無理なんだ。
ならばそれを待ちましょ
う。しかしお前も言ったぞ。親父はもう死んでしまった。
親父はもう死んでいる。
お父様はお亡くなりになどなっていませんよ。
Not Nani. Alright, so this is where Natsu already starts coping.
まだこうしてご健在であられます。
Yes, he's as healthy as ever. Woo! When Natsu said this, everyone looked up instantly, startled, because they immediately understood what those words meant. However, Cross alone didn't get it right away and had to ask.
それはどういう意味だね。親父はもう現にそこに。
繰り返します。お父様は未だにご健在であられます。ご自身の研究がお忙しいので、これまで以上に書斎を出ることはできません。
Come on, Cross, get up to pace. Get up to, you know, what Natsu's trying to tell you. Don't ask questions. Go along with it.
ですから私たちは、お父様が研究に専念できるように、外務をすべて執り行い、お父様に不要なお仕事が及ばないようにしなくてはなりません。
That's crazy. So Natsu already coping. I mean, again, this is... there's so many reasons to suspect Nazi, and this is not a bad prime reason for it. But hey, you know what? We'll leave it there for now. Like I said, Nazi... One thing I'll say about her is that she has motive. That's the thing. I think she has to read. I can understand her motive behind killing them. I understand it. It's just I mean, I don't understand why she'd kill Cross if she did also kill Cross, or maybe someone else had a hand in doing that and killing Jessica as well. I mean, I don't know why you'd kill your own daughter, but hey, that's just me. She has motive. I don't understand why. If Shannon and Conan are two separate people, I don't understand why either of them would have the motive to kill off the family. And if they are the same person, even less, it doesn't add up to me. So again, I'm done theorizing. I've already talked about this. Check out the discussion video. I don't need to talk about this now. It's fine. All right, let's cope.
つまりそれはこれまでと何ら変わらないということ。理解できていますね、源氏。
はい。片翼のわしの家具はこれからも親方様にお仕えいたします。
Who's dead? Serve a dead man.
熊沢、そして南條先生、私の話は理解できましたね。
So all of them were in on the lie, except for Shannon and Conan.
その
That's crazy.
それでいいのかね、夏日さん。
お父様は確かに今日お亡くなりになったかもしれません。
No, that's not true. You're supposed to cope, idiots. Come on now. It's cope. You know, he's still alive. He's in good health.
しかし、今この場にいる私たち全員が信じることで、お父様を蘇らせる魔法を使うことができます。
Let's go. Can't wait for the magic.
無理ですよ、奥様。
Yo, she told you to believe.
そんな、いくらなんでも。
Believe in the magic.
解剖すれば死亡時期を特定される。 不審がられることは避けられん。
I know what to do. Burn his body. Burn his body by the time of the family conference. Nobody will ever find out.
お父様はお亡くなりにならないのですから解剖などされる言われはありませんよ
Of course, she wasn't planning to make Kinzo live forever. The fake life given to Kinzo would only last until Cross could repay his debts. After that, Kinzo's soul would finally be able to sleep in peace. Nandro repeated himself that the time of death would be discovered during the autopsy, but Natsuki said again that this wouldn't be a problem.
お父様は死亡届によってお亡くなりになるのではありません
そうか。失踪届か。
After clapping his hands together, Cross stood up, shaking his fist.
そうです借金が無事に返済できお父様にお休みいただける準備が整ったならその時にお父様の失踪を宣言します
This is a crazy plan, and this is a crazy thing to be hiding from his own children, by the way. I mean, Cross is aware, and you're aware, but this is crazy to... Not that they, they've shown that they don't really care about Kinzo, to be completely honest. Once he delved into the occult, they all seem to have lost respect for him, and not cared much about his life. They seemingly only cared about getting his money, but still, I mean, I feel just don't tell the siblings. Hey, but I understand their motivations for doing it. Again, I understand that they're putting they're cornered into this position, and this is what to them feels like the best move to go with. And Nati made that resolute decision after talking to Cope Kinzo, and this is what she got up to. And so that would mean that they would have to live to Jessica as well. So that's one thing to note. Rokkijima's vast, uncultivated forest was the perfect place to stage a disappearance. One day, Kinzo would go out to the forest for a walk and never return. They would search for him without success and then be forced to report his disappearance.
失踪なら死体がなくても死亡届を出せる。つまり死亡時期を隠せるということだ。
Here's the problem with that. It would look extremely suspicious that you guys were involved. You know that, right? I mean, the siblings already found out that she really needed money, Cross, in episode 1. And they had already back then begun suspecting that you were hiding Kinzo's death all along. So already then they were up to you. So imagine if y'all didn't all die in 1986 in the murders. Imagine the murders never happened. I feel like eventually things would catch up to you.
どうだ、南條先生。これなら何の問題もない。確かにそういうことにはなりますが。
それで良いのですか、奥様。確かに私たちが黙っていれば親方様がお亡くなりになられたのは秘密にできるかもしれませんですが、どこでどう間違って誰かに知られないとも。
熊沢声が大きいですお父様はあちらでお休み中なのですよ起こしてしまわれるつもりですか
It isn't a corpse. Kinzo is sleeping. As Natsu said that, Kinzo lay quietly on the bed as though there was nothing at all odd about her words. Magic Realm time. Burn and Lambda. No, never mind. We're skipping ahead. Cage. Oh, okay. Berto's using magic. Is she summoning someone?
そなたがどんな姿をしていたのかそなたがどんな日々を謳歌していたのか
Or I guess she's reviving Kinzo? Once again, a storm of gold butterflies started to swirl, covering Kinzo's cold body. Then, after the butterflies exploded into fine gold powder and disappeared, just like those fairy tales that have been told over and over since long ago, Kinzo slowly opened his eyes and sat up.
お父様。
夏日、先に我が名誉のために断っておくぞ。私は生への執着からそなたにこれをそそのかしたのではない。
嘘つきめ。多少は予見していたであろうが。どうだ金蔵。体の方
悪くはないが、どこか夢の中のような感じ。重みがないな。
この世にとどまることを許されぬ存在が未だとどまっているのだ。多少の不自由は諦めよ。
お体は本当に大丈夫なのですか？本当に大丈夫なのですか？
むしろ心地よいくらいだ。これが死後の世界の感覚ならば、幽霊気取りも捨てたものではないぞ。
これにてどうか、夏日。金蔵はよみがえった。故に葬儀は不要。そなたの苦難はこれにて解決だ。
ベアトリーチェ。
As Nazi tried to find words of gratitude, Beatrice waggled her index finger and spoke.
感謝の言葉はいらぬぞ。支配者は傲慢であればよい。わらわは頼みは聞かぬが、命令には従うのでな。
I did not pay to request, but I did follow orders. Okay.
それでも言います。ありがとう。これで主人のために時間が稼げます。あとは私たちの仕事です。
You know, now that thanking Beato here has reminded me of the amount of times Beato's both been hated on and thanked throughout the visual novel. People have done both. I mean, characters in the visual novel. I've always, I mean, not always, but for the most part of Beato's existence, I've heavily disliked her. I still do. that is not. I am not forgetting what she did to me in episode 2. I am not forgetting that. And episode 3, man, I'm not forgetting that. But it does remind me of this isn't the first time people have thanked Beato, right? I mean, let's see. Okay, people have thanked Beato in like Kanon and Jessica did in episode 3 at the end when they were together. So did George and Shannon. So did let's see, Maria's thanked Beato many times. So Beato's been thanked a lot. But you also have people who've, you know, been this hated on in Beato as well, like Kanon, who showed appreciation for Beato in episode 3, but he was also hating on her in episode 2, you know, in a lot of other stuff. You know, he showed strong distaste to Beato. Shannon has never actually shown dislike for Beato, but she has sometimes been resistant to Beato and resisted her aggression towards Shannon. So Shannon has done that. But even then, you can see a little conflict between appreciating her and then this hating on her, and you know what I mean. There's kind of been you know, Beato's kind of played the role of both being hated on and being, you know, liked, and people appreciating the magic she uses, but people also disliking the magic that she uses. And now here we have another example of Nazi or someone appreciating the magic that she uses. And I'm sure we'll eventually get another example of her using magic that someone won't appreciate as much. But it's probably the best example of someone that is that is thanked bear todo.
我が魔力が続く限りでは半魔法の毒素により魔法は破られてしまうかもしれぬことを心せよ。魔法の断りを正しく理解しその維持に努める。
So Nazi, what she's basically telling you is you must understand Schrodinger's box, okay? As long as people don't know whether Kinzo's alive or not, then Kinzo can both be alive and dead. That's what she's telling you. I mean, now the box has been opened because it was confirmed in red, but you know, there's definitely a big theme about Schrodinger's box here in this visual novel. Has been done multiple times. And the brown tubes is clearly the most direct example of Schrodinger. By the way, what a fantastic fantastic scientist he was, or researcher he was. Schrodinger, Erwin Schrodinger. Oh yeah, bro. He also shares name with the girl from Attack on Titan, Erwin Smith. But that's a different whole. That's an anime character, and this is a physicist. But yeah, Schrodinger, and we also have Heisenberg. No, not Breaking Bad. He didn't make math. No, I mean he might have made math. I don't know about Heisenberg's personal life like that. He might have done that and kept it secret. But point is, Heisenberg was another physicist, which from Heisenberg, that's probably where Heisenberg's name from Breaking Bad was inspired from. Breaking Bad, oh my god, what a show, by the way. Holy crap, that's a great show. Great show from start to finish. But yeah, Heisenberg was another physicist from that era, that time. You also have Niels Bohr. He's Danish, so we kind of share language a little bit, especially the written language is very similar between Danish and Norwegian. So there's that. For example, if you show me a Danish text, I'll be able to read it just fine. I don't understand what they're saying though. That's I'll give you guys this little fun fact between Norwegians and Danish people. We understand the written text of each other easily, right? We have no issues whatsoever. I completely understand any Danish text. But the moment they start speaking, I'm like, what? What are you even on about? Like, there's no way you're speaking the same language that you're writing, bro. What are you? I don't understand what they... So it's funny because I have an easier time understanding what Swedish people are saying. Well, Swedish people are easy to understand, in my opinion, of course. For as a Norwegian, I think Swedish people are easier to understand audibly, right, when they speak to me. But the written language of Danish is a lot easier to understand than Swedish, which again historically makes sense. I don't want to get it deep into the historical aspect of it. I was taught this in all throughout middle school and high school and stuff. But you know, historically it makes sense because the Norwegian language is basically a little, or the main one. There's two official Norwegian written languages, but the one that most people use, the one that, like, I don't know, 80% of Norwegians use is that one is basically another version of Danish in a way. It was taken from Danish and then Norwegianized essentially, because at the time Norwegian didn't have an official written language because of the Black Death, which killed off all the academics of the country, and we were just stuck there with no official written language. And then in the 18th, 19th century, I should say, in the 19th century, there was a whole war well, not a war, but you know what I mean. There was a whole language war over what we should do with the written language, and people have so many different dialects in Norway, and that's still true today. People have so many different dialects. I mean, someone could speak a certain way in this one part of Norway, and in a completely different part, they speak completely different, and they don't even understand each other. I have a hard time understanding other Norwegians a lot of times. So yeah, that's because it's because of different dialects, which is because of the geography of Norway. You have tall mountains, I should say, and that has made it harder to travel from place to place because of the tall mountains and the way the geography is in general, the way the cities and towns are built, caused the language in these dialects to appear, and that has made creating a written language in the 19th century as well really much harder. In the end, what has succeeded throughout history up until now is this Danish re from re re redone, basically this redone version of Danish that has been Norwegianized in a way, you can say. This has become the most popular one, and yeah, there you go. All right, quick cool fun fact there. Schrodinger's, I don't know how we went from Schrodinger's box to that, but okay, yeah, Schrodinger's box. You can also put that concept to a lot of other things in Umineko though. Schrodinger's culprit, you know what I mean? You could say the culprit is both a human culprit and a magic culprit, and both of those are true. And you don't know whether it's actually if the culprit is actually human or if there's actually magic involved until the visual novel reveals it. If it does, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that maybe it'll get revealed towards the end of the visual novel. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. Would be kind of an interesting visual novel though if it decides to never actually reveal who the culprit is or what the epitaph means. If that, I feel like the epitaph surely did have to reveal what the epitaph means. But I feel like something like the culprit or where the location of the gold is, I feel like stuff like that might be kept. Will they keep the location of the whole gold hidden? No, I don't think they'll keep the location of the gold hidden. Because I feel like the location of the gold is connected to the epitaph anyway, so I feel like we'll get that revealed eventually where it actually is. I see it was under the chapel, but it could very well be under Kuadorian. That was my secondary thought. But with the culprit, I feel like I see a scenario, but I don't know. I feel like this will be oof. I could see a scenario where the visual novel just decides to be like, nah, Schrödinger's culprit. You won't actually find out. You know, if you have love, you'll see it. I won't tell you who the culprit is, but if you have love, you'll know who the culprit is, or you'll know what really happened, and I'll just be there like, huh? So wait, you're not actually gonna tell me? That'll be an interesting conclusion. They could decide to go for that. They could just decide to reveal who the culprit is, and if it can be done human and logically, like I baselined, it could, or maybe they could just straight up reveal that magic does exist and Battler won a battle even though he was technically supposed to be on the losing side. I don't know. The visual novel can go a bunch of different ways. It really can. But we're thinking way too far ahead for now. Let's just enjoy what we have now while we have it. You know what I mean? We can talk about all this stuff some other time.
わらわはそなたに奇跡を見せるが、それをつかみ、とどめるのはそなたの役目。
無論です。あなたにもらったこの奇跡を私たちは決しておろそかにしません。
それでなるほどな。主の形見は新しい方がいいというのは本当らしい。
Floor mats.
気に入った。
I don't have any floor mats, at least not in my room. I should. I love floor mats. I hate the solid wooden floor I have. I wish I could have a floor mat. Ugh. But to be fair, hey, you know what? I feel like I'm being greedy too. I should appreciate what I have. To be fair, I'm sorry. I should have said that. You know, floor mats would be nice, but also I can also live like this too. You know what I mean? One day it could be a worthy investment to have, especially those ones that. There's also, you know, I would also have to clean them every bit, quite a bit. But I feel like they're worth it overall because they're very comfy. They're very comfy to just have in general, rather than the hard wooden floor. You know what I mean? But okay.
わらわはそなたに使えようぞ。後ろ宮夏日。我こそは後ろ宮家顧問錬金術師黄金の魔女ベアトリーチ。
Renkin Jitsuji. I think she said that's alchemist. In Japanese, it's something along those lines. Renkin Jitsuji, something like that ish. I probably got it all wrong, but it's fine. Well, I should be close, but it's probably still wrong.
いつでも我が名を呼ぶがいい。さすれば現れ、我らはそなたに奇跡を授けるである。
ありがとう。私は後宮夏日。あなたを刺激し、後宮家の名誉を守ります。
Relying on magic, are we now? Oh, that's the end of chapter 1. Cool. There's Battler. Is Battler reading a book? Is Battler reading Angie's diary? Is that what that logo is supposed to mean? The Umineko no Nakuro ni Ichiru logo. The family conference the previous year, October 5th, 1985. Oh, a proper mystery. Oh! Oh, the previous year, October 5th. So this is the second day, I guess. I mean, wait, no, wait. We have to think about year correct. We do have to think about year correction, because if it's October 4th and 5th 1 year, it would be no, that doesn't make sense. If it no, because the year correction moves forward once. So if it's 4th and 5th 1 year, then it should be 3rd and 4th the next year. Wait, don't the wait, am I dumb? Don't the events in Umineko happen October 4th and 5th? Or was it October 3rd and 4th? I don't actually know. But we're in a new chapter now. But I think it's October 4th and 5th. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how I'm blacking out on that, but I'm pretty sure it's October 4th and 5th. I don't think we're okay. But anyway, we're going back to October 5th, 1985. That's what I know. So it's maybe theoretically the second day of the family conference, but either way, it doesn't matter. It's the family conference of 1985, a year ago. So I wonder if we'll be seeing Shannon and George, or at least Shannon. The Rose Garden was truly splendid this year. Okay. The roses were blooming like crazy, as though they were competing with each other. Okay. In that rose garden, Kinzo, Kanon, and Natsui could be seen. Okay. So Kanon is here. The man without a corpse at the end of every episode. Definitely need to keep an eye on him along with Natsui. I mean, keep an eye on all three of these people. What are they about to say?
ありがとうございます。今年は気候が良かったもので、普段にも増して庭園が美しく保たれていますね。見事です。ありがとうございます。
今日という日でさえなかったなら。
If it's the family conference now, where are the rest of the family? Where's the rest? Where's Rudolph and Eva and Hideyoshi, etc., etc., etc.? Where's the rest?
バラをめでながら紅茶を楽しむこともできただろうに。
You can do that in a few days when the family leaves. Duh. Kinzo shrugged. Today was the family conference. When it came to the other siblings' businesses, they hadn't heard anything good. On the contrary, those siblings probably planned to turn the conversation to the topic of Kinzo's remaining life and hold a quiet feud over the inheritance. Does that mean Kinzo's already dead by the family conference of 1985? So, Cross was like, give me a year. No, half a year, I can do it, tops. And by 1986, it's 1985 now, Kinzo's already dead. You tell me by 1986, in the family conference then, he's still stuck on that? Oh, he still didn't make any profits then? Damn. Then even if I was not yet getting impatient, I'd go on a killing spree. No, I'm joking, guys. I wouldn't. That's a joke.
時にクラウスの方はどうなのか。レイの借金返済の計画は無事に進んでいるのか。
Okay, so this is after Kinzo's already dead in October 1985. So by 1986, Kinzo's already been for at least a year and a bit, a couple of months, I want to say. So that's actually wild how long they've kept his death hidden.
確かに現実性のある計画のようです。ただ計画の規模がだいぶ大きいようで、なかなか思い通りに結実しないようです。
That's unfortunate.
可能ならば今日の親族会議を迎える前に何とかしたかったものだな。
Hey Kinzo, do you really think, forget today's family conference, do you think Cross will have anything done by next year's family conference?
はい、申し訳ございません。
良いのか金蔵。そんなところをのんびり散歩しておって。
She's flying. How had she gotten up there? Well, it's pretty pointless to wonder about that sort of thing when you're dealing with a witch. Beatrice was casually sitting on the roof of the arbor, almost as though she had been basking in the sun.
半魔法の毒素の塊である親族どもが押しかけてくるのだぞ。
She jumped down from the top of the arbor.
立ち合わせになったら、そなたの魂など一瞬で蒸発してしまうぞ。
すでに死んだ身だ。蒸発もまた小気味が良いというもの。
そういうわけには参りません。どうか後宮家のためにもうしばらくお力をお貸しください。
夏日、親族どもの乗った船がこちらへ向かったようだぞ。そろそろ散歩は終わりにした方がよかろうな。
そうですか。ありがとう。お父様は書斎へお戻りください。
やれやれ、この絶好の日和なのにな。残念だ。
愚痴るな金蔵。今のそなたはわらわに生かされているだけの幽霊であろうが、そなたに毒素で消し飛ばれてはわらわも夏日も困るのでな。おとなしく書斎へ閉じこもり、布団でもかぶっておれ。
死してなおバラをめでる機会を与えられただけでも幸運とするほかないな。わかった。書斎へ戻ろう。だが紅茶はもらいたい。カノ、源氏に紅茶を届けるように伝えよう。今日はマルコ・ポーロでももらおう。
I didn't know Marco Polo tea existed.
かしこまりました。
では解散しよう。夏日、私抜きで見事親族会議をこなしてみせよう。
もちろんです、お父様。彼らの前で名乗ることはできませんが、主人はすでに後宮家当主。私もその妻として恥ずかしくないよう微力を尽くします。
朝から胃痛を起こしているクラウスに比べ、夏日はなんと落ち着いたことか。
Are you for real, Cross?
我が息子が情けない。
主人にも主人の才能があります。その及ばぬところを支えてこそ私は妻なのです。
しっかりやれ。私が茶番の邪魔にならぬ、おとなしく閉じこもっているとしよう。
カノン、お父様を書斎までお連れしなさい。それから源氏に紅茶の手配を。
肩を借りるほど猛録しておらぬ。
Last I remember, you weren't senile, you were dead. Refusing Kanon's attempt to lend him a hand, Kinzo rose from the flower bed he had been sitting on. The retired head left everything in Natsu's hands and returned to the study at a gentle pace. Hey, yo, why are you sitting on a flower bed to begin with, though?
様になっているぞ。金蔵の亡き妻にも似た貫禄があるな。
Oh yeah? We're finally gonna get it. I can't speak. Are we finally gonna get information about her? We know absolutely nothing about Kinzo's deceased wife. Nothing. I mean, actually, they talked about her once, and the only context they talked about her was how you were actually you were Kinzo's mistress at the time that he was with her, and that she was heavily suspecting that Kinzo had a mistress like you before her death. That's all we know about her.
万一お父様が半魔法の毒素にやられたら魔法は瞬時に解けてしまうのですか？
うん、瞬く間だ。わらわは姿を消せばよいが、すでに亡者の金蔵は姿を失えば、たちまちのうちに太陽の風に吹き飛ばされ、塵と消える。
That's what Schrodinger's Kinzo means. If they find out that Kinzo's dead, then Kinzo's gone. You cannot keep the farce that Kinzo's already, Kinzo's alive, quote unquote. This is only working out for you because it's Kinzo's Schrodinger, the Schrodinger Kinzo.
用心せよ。
分かっています。
そなたには魔女の才能があるかもしれぬな。半魔法の毒素を
Oh no.
ためにためて年を重ねたの。それでもなお、そなたは魔法を理解した。
Oh no.
わらわとの出会いが幼少の頃であったなら、そなたは今頃偉大なる魔女だったかもしれぬ。
Oh no. Are we setting up Nazi finding the gold this episode and becoming the new Eva? you could have been a witch, and then Nazi really does turn into a witch. We get Naziche. I guess that's the best thing we can call her.
私は後宮クラウスの妻で当主夫人です。
Or maybe Natsuhiche. I think that's better. Natsuhiche would fit better.
名誉を守るためならば魔女にも鬼にもなりましょう。あなたの魔法の力には深く感謝します。後宮家の名誉はあなたの力なくして守れませんでした。
Hey, I'll say one thing about Natsu. She's devoted. She's got resolved and she's on it. You know what I mean? I will say Cross did absolutely pick a very good wife to have. So definitely, she's definitely a very strong-willed woman for sure. She tries her best. She tries her best, and I respect that. I respect that a lot. I look up to people like her, you know.
その際はぜひ女同士二人きりでのんびり紅茶を楽しみたいものだな。
スリランカに行った友人がバラの香りの素敵な紅茶を送ってくれました。
You have a friend that went to Sri Lanka? That's crazy.
ほう、ディンブラか。
Oh, she knows what this tea is called. Okay, Dimbula.
悪くない。ならば、茶受けはパティスが良いぞ。
What is patis? What is that?
この度の親族会議が無事にごまかし通せたなら、わらわへの褒美としてそれをぜひに振る舞え。
She did manage it because they don't find out until at least next year.
約束であるぞ。
Okay, let's see. Dimbula. I'm gonna Google that. Dimbula. It's a town in Australia? Dimbula Estate. Village located in the central province, Sri Lanka. Oh, it is okay, Sri Lanka. Then why did it say Australia? I swear I googled oh, it's Dimbula with an H. Dimbula. That's a town in Australia. In the far north of Queensland. Are any of you guys watching from Australia? I doubt it. Why would any Australian watch me? Okay, anyway. That was a joke, by the way. Alright, Dimbula Tea, I think. Tea. Dimbula Estate. Nah, I'm not finding the tea. Dimbula Tea. It exists. It says history of it's Ceylon tea. Cool, great. And then we have something called a patty or patties. What are those? Patties. What's a patty? A fish sauce? A plant, a grass genus in the tribe Stipeae, commonly known as rice grass. What? A fish sauce used as a cooking ingredient or condiment in the Philippines? I don't know. I don't know what patties are. I'm just getting. It just says fish sauce. I'm just finding fish sauce. They should also have patties on the side. Fish sauce? You're gonna drink tea and fish sauce. What is happening? Patty. Alright, I'm gonna leave it there. Alright. I don't know what it is. I'll leave it there. Let's keep reading.
わかりました。約束しましょう。では、後ほど。
後ほどな。
Ganbane. The witch made her body crumble into the rustling winds, became gold-flowered petals, and scattered into the air. Nazi watched her go, then turned on her heels and headed for the mansion. After that, there was no one left in the rose garden. Hello, Lambda. Hey, it's hashtag 200 million in C minor, organ short. Let's go. Break time? That's a thing? Only Lambda's version of the Umineko episode is there something called break time. Burn?
何もないわよ。おしっこしたいならさっさと行ってくれば。
Dang, you gotta pee? What do you mean? Go and pee. That's fine. That's respectful. That's what break times are for. Ah, you're gonna confront the red once again? Okay, great. Bro! Come on, we don't have to bring up brown chiefs again, do we? Either we bring up brown chiefs or we say because Burnt Castle as a human didn't witness it, and we don't have to believe it. No, it won't. Brown chiefs exist. What do you mean? We've gone through this in episode 3. That was 2 episodes ago. Nah, you're underestimating the if you think you're saying, oh, this won't work on you, Burn, after all this time. But what about you, Patrick? If you think this works on me, you're wild.
もしそれがベアトの真似のつもりならば、不愉快だから即刻やめろ。
やっぱわかる？それでほらほら、バトルはどう答えてみせるわけ？こうして金蔵がカッポしていることを。いつものゲームみたいに頭を抱えて、こんなのわけわかんねえよ。
Ha ha. I'm a better man though. I won't do that now. We got it.
そして全然ダメだぜ。手を約束の口癖で、お得意のとんでもでぜひ反論を聞かせてよ。
全然ダメだ。
死んだはずの人間が歩き回れるわけないものね。集団妄想を見せる未知のウイルス、六軒島症候群。
Nice. Nice.
六軒島だけに住む謎の蝶の鱗粉に幻覚作用がとか。
What? Really? Don't tell me that's the actual explanation. Please no. Oh goodness me.
謎の秘密組織山犬が作った集団妄想を見せる未知の
Lambda. Oh. Oh man, that's funny. Alright, you're a jokester, aren't you? You're a little jokester, okay. Puru 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 piku puyo. Alright, great.
素敵なとんでもいっぱい聞かせてよ。
うるさい、黙れ。こんなのは問題にもならない。
Grandfather said at this point in time, there's no way he exists.
それを存在するかのように振る舞っているのは、なんとかじい様の死を隠して親族会議をごまかしきろうとする夏日おばさんの嘘だからだ。
Wow, that's crazy.
夏日の嘘をつくと と死者が蘇るの？それって夏日の魔法じゃないの？
この世界はブラウン管を除く前の世界。
Yeah, it's like I said, it's Schrodinger's Kinzo.
開く前の猫箱の世界だ。
Exactly. You got it. Let's go, Battler. Nice job.
夏日おばさんがじい様と一緒に散歩したと語り、誰にもそれが嘘であることを確認できない限り、夏日おばさんがじい様とバラ庭園を散歩したことは夏日おばさんの事実として提示できる。だからじい様が現れることができる。
Clap, clap, clap. Wow, crazy. That extremely unflattering applause was coming from Burn Castle.
ブラボー。あなた、ベアトがいないと冷静なのね。
うるさい。お前も黙れ。
Oh, Battler is still on smoke. Hey, he's coming for both enemies and allies, quote unquote. I mean, Burn's supposed to be his ally. He doesn't care. You shut up too. You shut up and you shut up too. Both of you, children, shut up. I say children. I say children. They've lived for over 1,000 years compared to Battlers only lived for 18 years. But they sure look like children, so I look at them as children. But yes, okay, they've lived for over 1,000 years, so they're thousands of years older than Battler. Okay.
あんたのご考説によるなら、夏日しかいない場所には金像が現れることは確かに可能かもしれない。夏日しかいない世界で夏日が金像を観測したと主張したなら、誰にも否定はできないものね。
Nazi claims to have observed kins in a world when no one except Nazi did, then no one can deny, right? I see what you mean. You're doing the Angie argument. According to your theory, sure, it might really be possible for Kinzo to appear if not the only person there. If not, I see what you're doing there, Lambda. You're doing the Angie. You're doing what Angie was doing. So what Angie was doing was that she didn't believe in magic, but she has no right to deny Maria's believing in magic, right? So while she doesn't accept magic, she doesn't believe in magic, she accepts in Maria's worldview of her believing in magic, and so in a way she does accept magic indirectly, in a way, right? Are you trying to trap Battler in that sort of mindset?
でもあの場にはカノンが居合わせて、彼も金像を見てるのよ。それをどう説明する気なのよ。
全く問題ないな。カノン君は後ろ宮家に雇われてる使用人だ。夏日おばさんにじい様の死を隠すために口裏を合わせるように命令されてるはずさ。だから夏日おばさんと同じように存在しないはずのじい様を見ることができる。
No, don't be shocked, Don't be shocked, Lambda.
あいにくね、ラムダ。
I don't know why you're shocked by this, Lambda. Come on now.
もうバトラはその程度の子供騙しには引っかからないのよ。
そうみたいね。ま、こんなのゲーム前の前座よ。
True. Yeah, okay, it's fine. You're just testing the waters with very, very easy questions. Alright, fair.
料理の前のアペリティフ。
Okay.
飲み屋のお通し、寿司屋の緑茶。
うるっせえ。青字で言い直さなきゃ先に進めねえのか。
そうね。一応もらえる？
I'm not writing this down.
じい様がすでに死んでいるにもかかわらず、何事もなかったかのように闊歩しているのは、じい様が生きていると思わせたい連中が生み出している幻想だからだ。同じ思惑を持つ人間たちはその幻想を共有できる。そしてあたかもじい様が存在し、ついさっきまで一緒だったかのように語る。だからさも当然のように闊歩しているんだ。
Yeah, I've decided, by the way, especially after how many blue truths was said at the end of the tea party in episode 4, I've decided that I can't feasibly write down every blue truth. That was kind of crazy. So yeah, I'm only gonna write down the ones that I see can, will actually be very, very helpful for the future. So this is not one of them, because now we're still testing the waters for the blue truth and stuff. We're still getting acquainted. So yeah, this is not a very important blue truth to be writing down. Unless I'm wrong. Maybe we should be writing this down, but I highly doubt so.
よって夏日おばさんに組みしていない人間の前にじい様の幻想が現れることはできない。だからこそ書斎に閉じこもって出てこないという設定が必要になるんだ。
So the anti-magic toxin is basically anyone who's not in on it on the intention of hiding Kinzo's death. In the games before now, Grandfather was always shut away in his study. We never met him directly. However, there were some people who spoke in a way that made it seem like he was locked up in his study in a bad mood, and who claimed to have met him only a short while ago. We blindly accepted that and believed that Grandfather was in the study. That's why it was possible for an illusion of Grandfather to exist in the study. That's right, in the games before now, the only people who met Grandfather were Uncle Cross, Aunt Nazi, and the servants. I remember that as well. And Nanjo. I remember that. Don't forget about Nanjo. Jessica actually never claimed to have met Kinzo. That should have really set it off, right? Because they all stuck to the same story. An illusion of Grandfather was able to exist on this island, making it seem like he was alive.
ご丁寧にもお前のゲームの冒頭でじい様の死を隠すために夏日おばさんが南條先生たちを言いくるめるシーンまで見せてくれたじゃねえか。今さらこんな子供騙しには引っかからねえぜ。
やるじゃない。未知の薬物プルプルピコピヨとか期待してたのに。
Yeah, that would have been funny, huh?
そんな妄言口にするわけもないでしょ。
Yes, there is. Nah. Did you not watch the Tea Party of episode 4? He will absolutely say something so ridiculous. Bro, small bombs. Gora accidentally made small bombs and they all ate them and it exploded in their mouths. That's wild, bro. That theory is wild. Small bombs. Small bombs, he said. Goddamn Battler. We love you. Yes, he can actually make ridiculous theories. Come on now.
だってその存在を仮定することがファンタジーに屈したのと全く同じだもの。ウイルスだろうと薬物だろうと病気だろうと未知の要素である限りノックス第4条に違反する。
Knox's what? What's Knox's fourth commandment? I don't understand. What are you talking about? Anything that hasn't been discovered yet is in violation of Knox's fourth commandment? What? Wait. After all, wait, am I... What's Knox? What's the Did I miss something throughout this visual novel? Am I supposed to know what Knox's fourth commandment is? There's no way he'd say something so ridiculous, right? After all, supposing that such a thing exists would be just as bad as surrendering to the fantasy genre. Whether it's a virus or a drug or an illness, anything that hasn't been discovered yet is in violation of Knox's fourth commandment? What? Okay, considering Battler's confusion, I think I'm supposed to be confused about that as well. Alright, you gotta let me know, what does that mean?
ノックス第4条未知の薬物および難解な化学装置の使用を禁ず。
That's a very specific commandment. Is that valid for this visual novel?
殺人にこれを用いてはならないという規則よ。
So, you're telling me that my Nanjo theory in episode 3 that I made at the time wouldn't work now because of this Knox's fourth thing that you're introducing out of nowhere. What's the first commandment, man? And the second and the third? Wait, why are we skipping to the fourth? What? Hello? Can't you introduce these commandments properly in orderly fashion? It's forbidden for unknown drugs or prescription scientific devices to be used. So, Battler's theory for episode 2 is over. My theory for Nanjo at the time is over. However, the theory I made for how the murders could have gone in episode 3 is not over yet. Or not for episode 3, for all the episodes, right? My copy theory still stands. I have not used any obscure devices to explain how the murders have happened in any episode, so we're good.
なんだそれ。未知の薬物 X。未知の化学装置 X は魔女と戦う上での一番の武器だろう。
True, and now it seems like they're restricting you from using that, which is actually a huge restriction. Because now you can literally just be like, oh, something X happened, or I don't need to explain because of the devil's proof. You know what I mean? But now that we have this Knox bullcrap introduced, oh, now we're really getting restricted.
それ全部正式なミステリーでは違反だから。
Proper mystery stories? Since when has... Okay, I was gonna say, since when has this been a proper mystery story? But I've also realized that I've never read a proper mystery story. That's true. But I will also say, what kind of mystery story requires you to win a game against a witch where you're trying to convince... Well, you're trying to prove that witches don't exist and magic doesn't exist. I feel like that shit... I should be allowed to use those because I'm trying to prove the fact that you don't exist. You're giving yourself advantages.
未知のウイルス、未知の薬物、未知の病気、未知の X を仮定なんて立派なファンタジーなわけ。ご愁傷様。
Okay, fantasy genre, okay.
それがあなたの推理だったなら、あなたゲームオーバーよ。
I mean, yeah, Battle is going to have to go back and change up a lot of his theories if we are restricted to this Knox's fourth commandment. She's smiling a lot more now. Okay, Bernie's is being very lively this episode.
何を言ってやがんだ。
あなたはベアトと真正面から戦ってきたつもりでいる。でもね、本当は違うのよ。真正面じゃない。ずれた角度で戦い合ってたの。
Oh?
あなたがしてた推理ごっこはファンタジー対ミステリーじゃない。
It's been fantasy versus fantasy. Is that what you're saying?
ファンタジー対アンチファンタジーでしかないのよ。
Fantasy versus anti-fantasy. Okay, because Battle is just using anti-fantasy. Okay.
何を言ってやがるのかさっぱりわからねえぜ。
They've talked about fantasy, anti-fantasy, mystery, and anti-mystery before. Remember Kanon's death? When Kanon died and we didn't see his corpse, they were like, truly anti-mystery, I think. No, wait. No, truly anti-fantasy when she confirmed in red that Kanon was... Something like that in episode 4, when Kanon's corpse was found and declared in red that he did... Well, it wasn't found, but she declared in red that his corpse... that Kanon did die. I believe they said truly anti-mystery because she confirmed in red that Kanon did die. But then it also said truly anti-fantasy before that because... or something like that. Truly anti-fantasy because... Something like that. Truly... Something like that regarding Kanon's death in episode 4. I don't exactly remember. Because before the Red Truth, we didn't know whether Kanon was dead or not, right? It was Schrodinger's Kanon back then. We didn't know if Kanon was dead or not. So we could have suspected of him being the culprit, which is truly anti-fantasy. Right, it's truly anti-fantasy because Kanon could have been the culprit. But then she confirms in red that Kanon is dead, so Kanon could not have been, secretly alive all along. And that made it truly anti-mystery because you're telling me the mystery, right? So I see.
だが、一つだけわかることがある。俺のこれまでの戦い方にケチをつけたいらしいってことだ。
私たちは魔女幻想というファンタジーを殺すために戦ってるのよ。それはつまり、この物語を正式なミステリーで解釈するということ。
Why? Why can't we just go anti-fantasy mode? Why do we have to prove that it's a mystery? I mean, I want to do that, right, personally. But to beat Beato, why is it required for us to do that? Why can't we just do anti-fantasy, and then personally, in my own journey, I can personally find out the mystery of it. You know what I mean? I'm fine with anti-fantasy if it just means we can beat Beato, because I really want to beat Beato.
つまりミステリーの禁忌に触れる全ての要素は初めから無視して書かれということよ。
And to begin with, how am I supposed to know what the taboos of the mystery genre are? Like I said, I've never read a mystery novel or anything like that. So you're gonna have to run me through those taboos.
無視だと。
例えばこれまでのゲームで何度も密室殺人があったでしょ。
あ
あなたはベアトとその度に犯行現場で隠し扉が存在しないかどうか随分と熱心に確認していたわね。
Yeah?
まるでそれ自体が戦いであるかのように赤き真実を織り交ぜてガキンガキンと派手にあれ私に言わせると時間の無駄
Why?
ノックス第3条で明記されてるんだもの。
Why? What? Knox's third commandment? This band Knox has more commandments? How many commandments does Knox have? Who the hell is Knox? Is Knox a human being? Is he a historical person that created the mystery genre or something? Or created the ground rules for it or something? Who the hell is Knox? Because I believe Knox was also a person from Outlast, if I remember correctly. Outlast 2. God, I should play Outlast 2. Outlast 2 is one of those... It's one of those games where I stream once every year. I streamed it the first time in 2019, I streamed it in 2020, and I streamed it last year as well. I have not streamed it this year, but last year I streamed it for Halloween. And I remember there being a guy named Knox in that game, even though I only play it once a year. I stream it for about an hour once a year, and you know, maybe one year we'll finish it eventually. I don't know about some Knox that actually exists in real life though. This is the first time I hear of this.
秘密の通路の存在を禁ず。
Oh, okay, that's his third commandment, okay.
ミステリーではね、秘密の通路はあっちゃいけないの。
Okay.
つまり、正式なミステリーとして解釈しようとする場合、隠し扉があるのかどうかなんて論争、初めからしたら負けなのよ。
So when trying to interpret everything as a proper mystery, having debate over... Huh. So you've wasted my time over this hidden door discussions because now you're telling me that this Knox man was like, nah, no hidden doors allowed to begin with. Okay. Okay.
だってないんだから。
Okay.
存在するかもしれないと疑う時点でもうゲームオーバー。
But hey, we did that plenty. It worked out for us in the end.
つまり犯行現場に隠し扉が存在しないことが証明されてないから推理できないなんて。甘ったれたあなたはミステリー失格。その時点でゲームオーバー。ミステリーで解釈する戦いをしてるつもりだったんでしょ。ならミステリーのお約束にちゃんと従わなきゃ。
Since when was Battle trying to do that? I thought we were just trying to prove that magic doesn't exist. Doesn't matter how. Okay. Oh, Burn is laughing? That's the first time Burn's ever cackled. She's joining in on the witch camp. See, all the witches are the same. You can't trust them. Even you, Virgilia. Oh, she's gone back to her. She's like, oh man, I should. Man, I've gone out of personality. I gotta go back to being all all doll-like again.
そういうことよ。すべての犯行現場には隠し扉が存在してはならないの。だからその存在を確かめる行為はすべて時間の無駄ってわけ。
お前が言ってるのはあれだろ。どこかで聞いたな。推理小説の条件10か条みたいなやつだったか。
the 10 basic rules for mystery novels. Something. Wait, you're telling me there's 10 of them? I was like, oh, third commandment, fourth commandment. Okay, so there might be like, I don't know, 5 commandments or something. You're telling me there's 10? Are we gonna go through all of them? We should probably go through all of them. And I should probably write them down too. Because they're probably going to be useful. I did not think about writing them down. I did not know this was gonna exist until now. Okay.
ええ、そうよ。希代の魔女狩り大司教ノックスが振りかざす魔女をうがつ10本のくさびよ。
Huh.
それこそが魔女幻想というファンタジーと真正面から戦い打ち破るための正しい武器。
And you decide to tell me this now. We've done this for 4 episodes and you decide to tell me this now. I've been battling wrong. Haha, battling. Battler. Okay, now. When you could have told me in episode 2 or whatever, when you told me about the red shoes. But now you decide to tell me this now. Great. The 10 witch piercing brandished by Knox.
さすがベルね。厄介な武器を持ち込むこと。ファンタジーの大敵だわ。
犯行現場を調べもせずに隠し扉の存在を初めから否定できるなんて。俺にはそれこそファンタジーだぜ。
To be fair, I see where Battler's coming from. It's true. It's true. You're not suspecting every possibility from the start because you're saying, oh yeah, well that's not how a fun mystery story is supposed to go. But if you're thinking about this realistically, we do have to suspect that hidden doors may or may not exist. It's true. Realistically.
それと戦う私はミステリー。あなたはただファンタジーを否定してかわし続けるのがやっとのアンチファンタジー。何から何まで反対だけど対案は一つも出せない。
What do you mean? Small bombs! Small bombs is a good counter proposal. And I'm tired of people not giving it the respect it deserves, alright? The 6 people that died in the chapel in episode 2 of in the first Twilight, they ate small bombs and it exploded in their stomachs and that's how they died. That is amazing. Small bombs hitting the food. That is literally, I don't see any other way that could have happened. Damn, man.
あなた、どっかの国の政治家みたい。
Hey yo, you're throwing the smoke! Yeah, just make sure you're as vague as possible. Don't mention any specific politicians. We do not want to get political here, but she's not wrong though.
うるせえぞ。お前たちとわけのわからねえ話をするためにここに戻ってきたんじゃねえ。さっさと話を続けろ。
Get on with the story.
静かになさいよ。あんたの後ろの眠り姫が辛そうよ。
When he turned around, he saw Beato's living corpse resting in a chair. However, sweat glistened all over her body and it felt like she was breathing a little harder than normal. She's sweating! She looked as though she was suffering from a high fever.
ベアト、どうしたんだ？大丈夫か？
大丈夫かって。あんたおかしなこと言うのね。その子を殺すためにあんたは戦ってるんでしょうが。
It's true. Well, I'm not. Actually, I'm not. Battler might be. I'm not. I'm just fighting to beat her and prove that she doesn't exist. But I mean, Battler's the one that wants to kill her.
あんたに合わせて第5のゲームを改装しているけれど、ゲームは今ベルンがかなり追い込んでいて、魔女幻想を打ち破ろうとしているの。その存在が否定されかかってるんだもの。苦しむのは当然だわ。
あなただって今、金蔵が存在するわけがないと魔女幻想を打ち破ったわ。あなたの攻撃がベアトに通った証拠よ。彼女のその苦悶は。
tried to at least wipe away the sweat on Beato's forehead with a handkerchief. Why do you even care about her? Dude, it's true I promised Beato that I'd let her die. But that was supposed to be peacefully. Why does she deserve a peaceful death? I don't understand. Since when did you start feeling like this about Beato, Battler? I wasn't planning to make her suffer first. I mean, fair enough. Okay. My goal isn't to make the sleeping Beato suffer like this before killing her. As if the complicated feelings inside me were plain as day to them. The two witches grinned together. Wow. I don't know why you have those complicated feelings, Battler. That's weak from you, man. I thought you'd know mercy. I thought that was the mindset. But hey, you guys can already guess what's about to happen. That's right. That over her because you kept yelling about the inheritance? The hell, Rudolph, what are you on about? Dad's already dead. What are you on about? Anarchy is obviously Eva. But what is Rudolph on about here? Alright, we're gonna end it there as you guys guessed. Yes, that's right. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko when they cry. Battler being weak. That's right, weak. I've said it. I said it. Because he cares about Beato. Alright, you're not supposed to care about her, Battler. Right? Remove the shackles. Who cares about Beato? Do your thing. Yeah. Just win. That's all that matters. Alright? Win the battle and deny her existence. Besides, if Beato's not supposed to exist to begin with, why do you care about making her suffer? You know what I mean? Battler, you're being so inconsistent. Your logic doesn't make sense. Your logic doesn't make sense. If Beato's not supposed to exist, her sweating and her being tired and her suffering, that's not supposed to exist either. That's the entire point, isn't it, Battler? So what's this? Why are you trying to honor this fight or whatever? If it's not even happening to begin with. She's not sweating. She's not suffering. So why are you showing mercy even though she's not supposed to exist? Don't you see the contradiction, Battler? I feel like Battler is slowly starting to accept magic and he's not even aware of it. The doofus. This probably this Lambda and this entire chick of her being a doll and Lambda and Burn coming in and all this. It's probably some even longer-winded Northwind and the Sun story or something different where she's trying to trick Battler into believing magic exists. This is probably all just a plan for her to cause that to happen. Because, I mean, again, episode 3 hurt me. Episode 3 hurt me. I'm not going to forget. I'm not... listen, yo. Battler. I don't know about you, but I'm not letting Beato off the hook that easily. That's weak from you. But anyway, I'm going to end this there. I'm sure a lot of you guys will disagree with what I'm saying here at the end here. Telling me that, I mean, but you should go a bit easier on Beato. Nah, man. Nah, man. I'm not gonna go easy on Beato until she still has not given me reason to go easy on her. So I don't think she deserves it. Listen, I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna be like, amen though, but without love it cannot be seen. You know what I mean? You don't know Beato's perspective or whatever. I don't even think Beato exists. I'm not supposed to think she exists. In the battle between Battler and Beato. I'm still trying to figure out what this metaverse world they're on is supposed to be. But in this metaverse world, and even in how she's portrays herself in the episodes, she's been pretty bad to me. So I don't know why it's fair for me to be decent to her, alright? What she's done to my family, the way she's humiliated me, I'm forgetting that. I'm not gonna let her off the hook so easily. No, man. No, past me will be disappointed in current me if I let Beato off the hook so easily. Alright? I don't forget. Anyway, we're gonna end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys next time for the family members finally arriving at Rockinjima for the episode 5. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Alright, y'all. Peace.